It's no secret, New Yorkers love their coffee. But an increase in the price of coffee beans, plus some other cost increases of things like transport and labor linked to the COVID-19 pandemic, means that people may have to start paying a bit more for their morning cup of coffee. Now, we've come to Black Fox Coffee near Wall Street in New York, where there's lots of people getting their morning brew. And here with us is Tom Bumford. Tom, you've been seeing this increase in coffee bean prices, haven't you? Explain to us how that affects a coffee shop like yours.
Yeah, we are seeing an increase in prices. We've already seen an increase from our roasters, but we've been holding off on passing that on to the customer because we're still dealing with the knock-on effects of COVID.
Now, there's a delay, isn't there, between the prices of beans going up and a coffee shop like you having to pay that price difference. How does that work?
There is a delay, so most coffee roasters or good, well-operated coffee roasters will contract their coffee 12 to 18 months ahead, and so that creates a bit of a bubble for us. We usually have prices locked in for quite a while before we see an increase on our end.
It's not the only price increase you've seen, though. Lots of other costs that you have been going up as well.
Yeah, so we've had an increase in a lot of our imported coffee, but also our general wages are higher because we're trying to give people incentive to come back to the workforce. We also have to deal with a lot of morale boosting events where we're trying to create good mental health for our current staff, which is quite a big investment in time and money.
And all the coffee that you have here has to be brought to you as well, and so there's an added cost to things like fuel too.
That's right. Well, all of our purveyors obviously have to deliver to us. We are based in Manhattan, and so that really gives us a bit of a squeeze when there is a bump in the gas prices because we see an increase from across the board.
So how have you had to deal with this increase in cost for you? Are you passing this on to your customer?
We've been pretty strategic with our increase in price. We have bumped up our price just a few weeks ago by almost 5%, but it hasn't been across the board. It's just been with a few items so people don't get too caught up in how high it's gone.
And do you think this is going to be a permanent increase, that your costs are going to go up long term, or things go down again, or do you think this is setting a new bar for how much people have to pay for coffee now?
I think it's very rare to see prices come back down. It's actually probably a good thing that prices are starting to go up, but we certainly will see that the COVID has started to affect prices now. It's going to roll into this devastation that's happened in Brazil and then probably continue on into something else.
Tom, thank you very much. Well, chatting to Tom, but also to other coffee shop owners, they say that New Yorkers have got too used to having cheap coffee, and they're going to have to get used to paying a little bit more for their morning brew. Sarah Walton, CGTN, New York.